Yeah, the
Did you say
electricity.
it's gonna be tomorrow night or tomorrow at 3:30?
Yeah, you should.
Well, I might not get back in time.
How was your dinner on St. Patrick's Day?
Oh, that was fun. There was only like 9 of us that showed up out of 64.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's what we thought.
Hi, Jen Jen. Hi, everyone. How's everyone doing today? Thank you for sharing my live. I so appreciate you being here. Hopefully my electricity holds out while we're doing this. I just had a hard time getting on because my electricity dropped and I go live on my iPad and my iPad doesn't have data. It only runs off of Wi-Fi. So we were trying to wait for my Wi-Fi to reconnect. So hopefully, did you lose your earlier, Jen? Did it come back? Jen's over. Jen's like an hour and a half from me. So, so good to see everyone in here. Thank you for sharing my live. So Jen, I was pretty excited. My event on Sunday that you and Sarah are coming to sold out. So I'm pretty excited about that. Oh, it was off like a minute and came back on. Yeah. Thank you everyone for being here. For everyone who is interested, I'm going to start advertising it probably today or tomorrow. Intermediate to advanced mediumship starts April 1st. So if anyone is interested in intermediate to advanced mediumship, that is live on my site. It starts April 1st. We just start delving into more intricate concepts of, we have the wind down here in Oklahoma. Yes, pretty windy today. All right, let's do some, let me sit Dee back. She's on a little stand where I put my cards. All right, so let's get some cards going here. Let me see. All right, I want to thank everyone who is liking and sharing my live. I so appreciate you. Thank you. All right, this card reading is for Christy. Thank you for the gifts. Christy spelled just like my name is. Thank you so much for the gifts. Let's see, let's get her energy in here. Not me, Christy, but the other Christy. Yeah, there we go, right there. All right, very good. Okay, so the first card we have here, Christy, we're starting out with cups, which kind of sets the theme for the reading. And then the rest of the cards are the last two cards are major arcana cards. No, they're all major arcana. Yeah, they're all major arcana cards. Very good. Okay, so the first card we have here is the Four of Cups, which is really about meditation, contemplating, not seeing something that is right in front of you. You see how he's being offered this cup and he's kind of like, there is something going on that is right in front of you. Another meaning for this card can be, see how he's sitting there? Meditation. Thank you for the hearts. Contemplation. Now it's funny, the next card in the reading has the same energy to it. It comes at it a little bit differently, but it has exactly the same energy. It's the Hangman. These cards are both about taking time out, sitting with yourself, letting things kind of percolate. So we have these two cards that are all about pausing, surrendering to the moment, whereas this is really about meditation, not seeing things that are right there in front of you. This is more about pausing, surrendering to the moment. Surrender is so. Now, whenever I'm teaching mediumship of any kind, mentorship, mediumship, whatever it is, I really talk to people about what word pops to you. Whenever someone's talking, or when you're reading cards, or when you're giving a reading, what pops, like what you're like, eh. So when I looked at this Hangman, there's several, of course, definitions for it, but the one that is really popping for you, Christy, is the surrender. You need to surrender. Now, I see this Love and Harmony card, which can be about romantic partnerships, but when I asked what is she surrendering to, I looked at this. You're surrendering to a relationship with the divine. This card is not about a partnership. This card is not about a friendship. This card is representing you surrendering to the divine. Now, how do I know that? Because I leaned into the energy. Something else I do talk a lot about whenever I'm teaching mediumship is you lean into the energy. You keep following it until you're getting all the information. A relationship with the divine. You really need to start, I'm being seeing you surrendering to that moment, surrendering to self, really opening yourself up to this relationship with the divine. And then we're ending with the Emperor card. You see how he's sitting there quietly, but he has a lot of, there's stability in him. There is power in him sitting like this. But it's power that comes from that quiet, I know where I'm going and I know what I'm doing. This is a very powerful reading, Christy. I know that when you look at the cards, you're like, oh yeah, whatever. No. This is powerful. This is really calling you to go to a new level, to surrender to yourself and allow the divine to work within you. I know that sounds easy. It is not. Anyone who has ever, once you get to a certain level in reading, once you get to a certain level in mediumship, it's really about surrendering to the higher power, surrendering to self, and allowing yourself to be a pure channel. That's what this is really calling you to do, Christy. That's pretty impressive. All right, thank you for the I don't know what that was, gift maybe. All right, I want to thank everyone who is liking and sharing my live. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. All right, let's see here. Trusting in spirit. That's right. Trusting in spirit. I have intermediate to advanced mediumship coming up in April 1st, and we really work a lot on that. Like, we just finished intro, and intro is about learning the fundamentals, and now we're taking those fundamentals to higher octave in intermediate to advanced. So if you already have those fundamentals, whether you learned them from me or someone else, please feel free to join. Intermediate to advanced mediumship starts April 1st. It's going to be a lot of fun. We delve deep in that. All right. This next card reading is for Alan Mom 3. Thank you for sharing my live. I so appreciate you. And next is going to be Gabby. Okay, this is Alan Mom right there. It says to stop. Okay, Miss Alan Mom, what we got going on here? Okay, so the first card we have is the Judgment card. Now, the Judgment card is, it's not about judging other people. No. It's not. This is a card about rebirth and a new phase in your life and judging where you've come from and where you're headed. So this is more about rebirth. You see how these people look like they're coming? I know they look like coming out of coffins, but they're being rebirthed. And this is wisdom. They're being rebirthed into this new wisdom. Next, we have the Justice card. Justice is all about fairness and truth. So, you know, though this card in the Tarot deck is not about judging yourself or judging others, it's about rebirthing. You are called to judge your own path. Right after that, we have the Justice card. We have two cards here that are very similar in meaning. The Justice is about fairness and equality and balance. You're really being called to move into a new phase of your life with balance, with equanimity, in your walk on this planet. And you are finishing one phase and you're starting another. The World card is about completion. You've completed something. You're to look back on that journey you've just completed and really glean the wisdom off of it. And I just feel you sitting with that and really, like I said, coming with equanimity to your walk on this planet. We're ending with the Queen of Cups, which is about compassion. When you're looking back at the path that you took and where you were headed because you just completed this cycle, you want to have compassion for yourself. You did the best you could with what you had. This is, the Queen of Cups is about calm and comfort and healing emotionally, but healing yourself emotionally. And I'm really being called to encourage you and help you realize that you have done a really good job on this journey where you are Alan Mom, and I see you looking back, and that's where this judgment card comes back. You're looking back at your path and having some woulda, shoulda, couldas, wishing you had handled things differently. You handled them perfectly. You were exactly where you were supposed to be in your walk on this planet, as you are right now. You're now being called to offer yourself some compassion and nurturing and understanding that in your healing journey, you have developed a lot more emotional stability than what you are giving yourself credit for. All right. Thank you, Miss Ellen Mom. Thank you for allowing me to read you. I so appreciate you today. All right, so let's see who is coming up. I want to thank everyone who is liking and sharing my live. I am the next one is for Gabby. Gabby, thank you for all the gifts. I so appreciate you. All right, Miss Gabby. Thank you for liking in my live so much, for sharing it, and for the gifts. This is for Gabby. All right, Miss Gabby. Let's see what we got here, Miss Gabby. All right. All right. Don't you love that? Y'all are probably like, what she got? And I'm sitting here like, oh yeah, that's nice. Oh, All right, so the first card we have here is the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is really about you are getting the fruits of your labor. You have worked hard and you are now at the point where you are being able to reap the rewards of all that hard work you have done. Where it's followed by the Queen of Swords, which is really about being able to have unbiased judgment, being independent. This is showing me you are reaping the rewards, right? You've worked hard, you're reaping the rewards. Now you're able to kind of sit back. You know, we're at a point where you've worked really hard and now things are starting to come your way. Thank y'all for that. That's cute. And you can kind of sit back and you can really have unbiased judgment. You can look at situations from a neutral viewpoint. That's where you are right now, Miss Gabby. You've done a lot of work. You're reaping the rewards from it. You're starting to see things for the data that's coming at you instead of being emotionally involved. You are about to start a new project. I'm not surprised that the card of starting a new project is coming up because we started out where you're reaping the rewards of your hard work. You have rowed the boat, honey. You've done what you need to do. You rowed that boat. Now you're getting to start a new journey. You're starting a new journey, and as you start this new journey, you are really being urged to lean into your inspiration and let go of the blinders you have on or of how you think things should work. So take those blinders off and lean into your inspiration. Lean into this creativity. That's where you're really going to be blessed. As you start, you're on this new journey, Ace of Swords or Wands, you're on this new journey. You are being called to leave behind and release your own baggage, right? If you start feeling stuck, you want to lean into your creativity. You want to take the blinders off because this is showing someone who is headed in a new direction, which is true. The card before it was the Ace of Wands. You're starting a new path. You're starting a new direction. But you see, as this person is headed in this direction, they're carrying all this baggage with them. You're being called to release that baggage. Release the way you're looking at your situation and know that your intuition is going to guide you to places that you could not even fathom. All right. Thank you for letting me read you today. We're having some good readings today. All right, let's do one more and then we'll head into Spirit Led, everyone's favorite. You're very welcome, Gabby. It was really powerful. It was a powerful reading. All right, here we go. Let's see. I want to thank everyone who is liking and sharing my live. This reading is for Wit7515. Wit7515, thank you for sharing my live. I so appreciate you. If you are here and just joining me, don't forget to click that follow button. We do a lot of fun things here on my channel. All right, let's go. Wit7515. It is storming here today. Hopefully we hold electricity so so I can continue this live for a while. We lost it. That's the reason I was late getting on. We lost it, and it took a minute for my Wi-Fi to reset. Okay. I did it again, right? I'm sitting with these cards. But it is important to sit with the cards. You don't want to just start flinging like the meanings of the cards. You want to sit with them. If you're a card reader, you know what I mean. You want to sit with them intuitively. You want to really glean what are they saying. So the first card here we have is the Lovers card. The Lovers is about harmony and relationships. So when I leaned into this card, I sat with it for a moment because I wasn't feeling harmony in some of those relationships. So right now, there are some relationships around you that are really not serving you. They're not bringing you to your highest good. This is for Wit 7515. Now, these relationships aren't functioning any different than they have in the past, but all of a sudden, you yourself, Wit, are changing. You yourself are starting to kind of settle down with your emotional stability, and there is some relationships around you that are constantly just trigger, 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 trigger. Now, I will tell you that our triggers are not other people's responsibilities, right? So the fact that someone may trigger us doesn't necessarily make it a relationship we shouldn't be in, because we need to take responsibility for our own triggers. But this is different. This is someone who is poking you purposely. They're just not being kind, but they're doing it in kind of an underhanded way. So it's one of those you're like, I think, that don't feel right. Reminds me of those backhanded compliments that I used to see people give in the South all the time. You want to sit with this information. This is the Hangman. You really want to sit with it. You want to really pause and surrender to the moment and let Spirit speak to you. Let Spirit guide you and speak to you like, what is Spirit telling me about this information right now? You are going to, now once you release that, once you've sat with this information, you understand who it is who is kind of poking you, being a little bit mean, and you sit with it and you've processed it and you've kind of let it go, then you're going, King of Cups, you're going to feel so much more powerful. You're going to feel emotionally balanced. Right now, I feel like you're feeling a little bit like, why am I feeling off kilter? Why am I feeling unbalanced? It isn't you, honey. It is someone who is really just kind of pushing your energy and poking the bear. Once you sit with it, you release it, you put up some boundaries. Thank you so much for liking and sharing my live. I so appreciate you here today. It makes all the difference in the world. You know, nothing worse than being on a live and not having that beautiful energy coming at you. So I appreciate you today. The King of Cups is where you're going. Once you put up boundaries and release that, it allows you to sit with compassion and be emotionally balanced. Next is the Queen of Pentacles. So you're ending with this nurturing. You're going to become a different person, Miss Wit. I know it's hard. The path that you're being called right now, I know that people are like, well, it shouldn't have a Tower card. No, but this is just as rough. When you're being called to evaluate your relationships and there's someone who's been in your life a lot and all of a sudden they're causing you a lot of emotional instability and you have to put up boundaries, that's tough. But when you do so, you're going to become much more balanced. You're going to become compassionate with yourself and others. You're going to have more opportunities open up to you. Now, why would you have more opportunities open up to you once you kind of release that emotional triggering person? It's called entrainment. Entrainment is when you raise your vibration or you have your vibration at a certain level, and that's what you attract, right? That's how you start opening up more possibilities. Is you want to change the vibration of who you're hanging out with because you're entraining your energy to them and it's just not serving you to your highest and best good. All right. Thank you, Miss Wit. I appreciate you being here. All right. Are y'all ready to move into some Spirit-led? Or y'all want to do some more cards? What's it going to be today? Rolling into Spirit-led or doing some more cards? You're welcome, Miss Wit. I hope it resonated with you. Yes. Spirit-led. Yeah. All right. I knew y'all were going to say that. Where's my... There it is. My bag for my cards. Okay. I want to thank everyone who is here today. And if you are here and you have tickets to my event this coming weekend on Sunday, I want to appreciate that. And it is a sold out event. So I want to thank y'all. I'm excited to see everyone in person. I will have another event which hasn't started being advertised, but a local wine place contacted me, and on the 26th of April, I will be having something in a local wine place. We're going to do some wine tasting, and so that's going to be fun. I wish you could be there too, Laura. I would love to squeeze your neck. So I'm ready to come back to Louisiana. I was gonna say I am gonna be in Louisiana, but it's gonna be for fun. I'm going in April, and we're going to New Orleans, so we're doing some fun stuff there. All right. No one would know. Okay, so people can't put spells on you unless you allow it. People cannot put energy on you unless you allow yourself to take on that energy. So, people can't do that. People cannot put spells on other people without you allowing it. That's right. Go Tigers. Louisiana proud. All right. Now let's see here. Oh, also for all of you joining me, I do have my intermediate to advanced mediumship class starting April 1st. If you're interested in that, it's where we're just finishing intro to mediumship. That's where we learn the basics. We really take those to a higher octave when it comes to intermediate to advanced. Also, I want to let everyone know we're just for everyone who's joining, please click that follow button. Thank y'all for liking and sharing my live. I so appreciate everyone being here. Aww. Sarah was in my intro class and she said it was so much fun. I mean, we learn. Let me tell ya, we learn. And the thing about it is a lot of times when you learn, you don't realize you're learning until all of a sudden you're like, oh my goodness, I'm doing this. How did I get here? And that's how you know when you're with a good teacher, because you're learning and you don't even realize it. Thank you, Laura. Next intro will be in the fall. So right now we're rolling into intermediate to advanced, which starts April 1st. That will take us into May. I don't typically teach a lot of classes in the summertime because the attendance honestly isn't that great because people want to be outside playing. So there you go. So I will start in the fall with intro. I do have some good news I want to tell everyone about. I know that y'all have been with me on this health journey. I've had a really, really rough few months. Had a near-death experience. I had pulmonary embolisms. Ports had to be replaced. Big old hole in my mouth. Just anything that could go wrong has gone wrong. So I have this test called a Signatera test, which tracks my tumor markers. And that I had it done, I don't know, about a week ago. Now, the last time I did this tumor marker test, it was 142. To give y'all an indication of what that means, when I went from stage 3 to stage 4, which means the cancer then got out of my breast into my body, and it went to my liver and spine. So when it did that, my tumor markers were a 2, right? From 3 to 4, my tumor markers were a 2. The last time this test were done, they were 142. So can y'all imagine how much cancer was in my body? So I got the test results in yesterday, and my tumor markers were 0.28, not even a 1. So yes, this medicine has been literally kicking my ass. It's taking us a while for us to get the proper dosage to handle the side effects of it, but clearly it's working. Now, as I know, right? Yay. What I was saying. So I was being called because yesterday, Spirit made sure I knew. So I was telling everyone, I was so excited about this. I was sending people the test and so excited about it, but Spirit was like, yeah, don't you stop. I was like, don't stop. Why? I do so much. Oh my goodness. I spend so much time taking care of my health. So I'm sorry, just a minute. My thing fell here on the ground. My cards fell. Okay, so sorry, I had to pick up my cards. Okay, so for I spend a lot of time taking care of my health. I do, meditation. We do journaling, hyperbaric chambers, take care of my food. So much meditation. Did I mention meditation? Did I mention self-healing? Did I mention that? So much. And so, but Spirit, just let me know, don't let up. Because, you're like, oh my gosh, now I can take a break. The results are good. Let me just sit back and rest. And Spirit, instantly, I had that momentary thought go through my head, and Spirit was like, nope, you gotta go. It's like, okay. Someone says I Reiki their water. I Reiki freaking everything. Oh, thank you, Grizz. Oh yeah, Grizz is like, Grizz has had some issues also, and he's like, yeah. So if anyone doesn't want to hear a cuss word, close your ears, because I'm about to say one. There's nothing like having a mindfuck moment when you've been told your time on this planet is limited, and I mean very limited, and all of a sudden you see the disease that they say is going to take you off, take off. Grizz, I know. Let's see who else is on here. My platelet went from... Oh, that was Grizz. He said his platelets went from 39 to 150 after his liver transplant, and he cried. I know, right? We never know when our time is. I agree. And I'm never saying it's easy, but it's also, it's just, it's hard, tough, especially when you see, like, you're just not getting to a point in your life just now. I mean, I've always tackled my life with a lot of love and compassion for others and a lot of gusto. I've always tackled my life no matter what I was doing, raising kids or, whatever it was. That's always been my personality. But, it's finally to the point where, okay, my kids are raised, I have a business I love, I'm starting to get to do some things for me. And, then you're slapped in the face. Okay. As I was talking, I kept hearing this prior to transplant. I thought I was going to unalive, I hope, within 1 to 2 years tops. I know. I hear ya. I hear ya. Okay, so the first person stepping up here, I'm hearing the name Sophia around her. This person stepping up has beautiful, dark, curly hair. And she is showing me that as she is... I was like, what is she doing? She's in the kitchen, and she used to make a lot of bread and dough things from scratch, and she's doing this. Like, I see her hand, you know how when you're working with dough and your hands get dirty? She's pushing her hair back like this. And these are some beautiful, wild curls this lady has in her hair. And she is showing me as she got older, she kept those same, like her hair was always just beautiful and thick and full. And she's saying it got a little frizzy towards the end of her life. I don't know. She's showing me in my clairvoyance, her picture. I still think it's beautiful, but it had become salt and pepper. She was just a stunning lady. She is like, no, I wasn't. It was something about her energy that was just so freaking beautiful. Okay, so I'm hearing this name Sophia around her. She is showing me this just gorgeous dark curly hair. She had a small frame, I'm hearing small frame. She is showing me that she was always in the kitchen cooking and kneading, and it was her passion. And she's taking her apron, she's wearing an apron, and she's wiping her hands on the apron, like she was constantly doing that, and then she's pushing that hair back. As she got older, her hair did get salt and pepper. And she loved, what am I hearing? It was music, but I was about to say music and she stopped me because I'm hearing a certain, it's like orchestra, or not orchestra, what do you call that? Oh, Dee, what's that word I'm looking for? Not orchestra. Opera, there you go. She loved like that kind of music. She kind of has a, I think this is me. Yes, it's different. It's a different case this time. Oh, so I'm not sure what Katie's talking about, but let's see. Katie says she thinks this is me, is her, so let's see. Let's see what she's talking about. I'm not sure. She said...
Somebody she hasn't met before.
Hi, Katie.
Hi,
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Are you jamming? Oh, there you go. Turning your music down. Okay, so now...
Yeah, can you turn that down? It's my daughter Sophia.
Oh,
It's her show
gotcha.
that she's listening to.
Gotcha. So Sophia,
Um,
that's where that Sophia's coming.
yes.
Okay.
And my daughter has very curly, super dark brown hair. And so do a few of my maternal ancestors. First I thought of my grandmother, Margaret, but because she would do a lot of those kitchen mannerisms, but she's still on this plane, and I think she's got some time. But I
Yes.
actually was thinking of one of my aunts, one of her sisters, but I've never met any of my relatives over there.
Okay,
So
very
it's
good.
hard.
Yeah, so I want to break this down for everyone watching. So I said when I sometimes said that there's a Sophia name around this person, right? And then I was talking about this dark curly hair. So Katie's like her daughter's name is Sophia, who is right there with her, and her maternal family has this dark curly hair. And then she's like, oh, I was describing her grandmother, but her grandmother's still on planet. So now what happens when this comes up is it is a spirit who Katie cannot, I probably can't identify real well, but it's instantly like,
Yes.
no, we're around you. We're talking about your
No,
daughter.
immediately. I joined your live, and the first thing I said was me. I don't know why. I just knew this spirit was mine
Yes.
before I
Okay.
heard anything.
Now, Katie, I keep hearing amethyst, amethyst, amethyst. Why do I keep hearing this amethyst? What does that have? How does that resonate with you?
Um, I don't know. I'm very into crystals. I do think they have protective qualities.
Okay, so let's
I'm not
think this
sure.
through. Amethyst is purple.
Purple. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, very good. Okay, so as I was sitting with spirit, I was like, okay, what is this message? I'm getting amethyst. What does amethyst mean? I saw the color purple. Have you been meditating a lot lately, Katie?
Um, I have been, but not consciously. I don't know how I like just as I'm doing things, I'm meditating like all the
Yes.
time.
Yes, absolutely. Um, your aura is starting. Okay, so now this is for everyone watching, and I want to walk y'all down this path. When you tap into someone, people think that their aura is just static. Like, this is my aura, this is the color. Your aura can change at any given moment. And my husband and I tested that. We had this machine that was reading my aura, and I said, watch my aura change. And as I started channeling different energies, my aura was changing. So when you go and
Wow.
have your aura checked, don't think that your aura is static. You're taking a moment in time because I made mine change as they had this machine going on me. Okay,
Wow.
so I'm getting that you are starting to channel more. You're going to start vibrating in more of this purple energy. Um, okay, gotcha. So you're gonna start being more connected to that angelic. I was like, okay, where are we going this? You're gonna be start more connected to that angelic vibration.
And I feel that a lot. And I'm trying to make sure I stay very present, very grounded. Today I actually just asked for Archangel Uriel to place a pentacle healing patch on my lower back because
Okay, very good.
I feel some struggling with some healing in that area.
Okay, so for y'all watching, she just confirmed. I said you're going to start working more with the angels. She had just asked an angel to step in this morning. So that is confirmation of what I just said to her. Now I'm actually seeing a new angel coming around you, and I'm hearing the name like Ariel. I'm hearing the name
Hmm.
Ariel when I'm tapping into this.
Ariel.
Yes, Ariel. And I asked why she is there, and she shows me pulling you up. So looks like Katie's live paused. Maybe she's in the storm too. Oh,
I'm here.
okay, so Ariel showed me her pulling you up, like she's going to be with you and helping you as you move into this new vibration. Now, Katie, I do want to say that you're doing an excellent job of trying to stay in the moment because as you're moving to a new vibration,
Yeah.
you have to work extra hard to stay grounded.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're doing a good job.
Do you know which ancestor had come through?
Yes. Okay. So now let's go back to that. I do know which ancestor come through. I'm going to get to that in a second. But why did an ancestor come through? Because when I'm reading, so now we morphed into a message with an angel, right? When I'm
Yeah.
doing lives, I don't really tap into the angelic realm unless I'm being called to. So what happened here is Katie's ancestor stepped up, and then as I'm talking to this angel, this ancestor, she pushed me to the angelic realm. So that's how I morphed into the angel message and that's why her ancestor stepped up. She needed a message for an angel. When I'm doing lives, I don't just start reading angels because people can't prove, you can't say, oh yeah, I know what that angel looks like. It feels like it was your great grandmother.
Yes. Yeah, I think so.
Mm-hmm.
I've actually heard a message that she was appearing as a fairy in this life with one of my aunts. I don't know about that, but I do. She does come around for me and kind of looks like a little fairy, like a white orb sometimes with little wings.
I'm not surprised then that she is the one who stepped forward, who sent me to the angelic realm. Like, given that you've heard that, I'm not surprised that she's the one who directed me to the angelic realm.
Okay. Yes, and that's okay. And so she's very thin, yes, always
Yeah,
cooking.
yeah, and that's what I said. She had a
Had
very small
like
family.
5 kids. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
Well, thank you very
Katie.
much. Sorry to hijack.
No. You took your spirit. You did what you were supposed to. All right.
Thank you.
Bye. All right. So that was fun. Set us off on a different path this morning, didn't it? Okay. So let's see. Who do we have here? Okay. I have a young man stepping up. This young man is, I don't know what it was, dark-haired people today, but this gentleman is looking like he has darker hair. Okay, so at first I just had a birthday and he presented me, he started stepping up with a birthday cake and singing to me. And I thought, oh, he's celebrating my birthday. But then he took the cake back like, no, it is a birthday celebration, either his or around someone else. He's taking responsibility for his own passing. He is letting me know that his grave is visited frequently. Like his grave is visited and it's changed. People are always changing the decorations around it, making sure it's clean. All right, I want to thank everyone who is liking and sharing my live. I so appreciate you. If you haven't done so yet, please click the Oh, Miss Katie, phenomenal as always. I can't wait to see you in person on your birthday. Are you coming to see me on your birthday? When's your birthday, honey? Okay. Let's see. Alan Mom 3 said that's my DJ. Let's see. I just asked you to go live. Let's see.
Hey, Christy.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. So Alan Mom 3, what's your first name?
Angel.
Angel. All right, very good. I feel like I should have known that.
Yeah, you've read my DJ several times.
Very good. So this young man was, so for everyone watching, until I get to know you, like, okay, so I'm going to show Dee on camera. So here's Miss D. See, there's Miss D. Now, y'all know that I spend a lot of time with Dee, right? She moderates me. So I know her husband. He doesn't have to describe himself anymore because there is trust between me and Dee. He steps up. I'm like, oh, Dee, your husband's here. And then I'll give her the message. So now, but even if I've read you before, I require spirits to just present to me differently as proof to the people that they're here. So now as I'm saying that, I must have read DJ. He's showing me this is about the 4th time. And he is saying, can't I just start showing you who I am? Do I have to do that every time now?
That's DJ.
Yes. But he's saying it with a funny, like a kind of teasing funny. He's like, I've checked the boxes. Are we done? He is telling me, now it's his birthday coming up?
Tomorrow. I just prayed before I got on here that he would come through for his birthday. This one's tough. He would be 25 tomorrow.
I'm so sorry, honey. He is saying, be on the lookout, Mom. Be on the lookout. He's going to he's going to do something tomorrow that is going to be unmistakable that it's him.
Well, we are going to his favorite Japanese steakhouse to celebrate him tomorrow. We do it every year since he passed away.
Something's going to happen. You're going to see someone, like you're going to be in the restaurant and you're going to hear someone called by his name, like there's going to be someone else there called by his name. Something's going to happen that you're going to be, he's going to make it so evident that he is around. And then I want you to message.
Absolutely.
He is saying, now, have you noticed lately, Angel, you feel like that there's been a hair on your face and you keep having to push it off and you're like, where is this dadgum hair? It's bothering me.
Yes, it's been itching.
Yeah, no, that's DJ. He shows you him being like putting his energy up against your face, and you're like, oh my goodness, what is that? Is that like a hair? And I can't, you know how you can't find those hair in your face and you're pushing it back? That is actually your baby, and he's been doing it more and more lately because he wanted to make sure you felt him around you. He understands, and so for everyone watching this, I don't know if any, for some of you, I pray that y'all cannot understand the feeling that I'm about to describe to Angel, how you feel like you're walking half on this planet and half with your foot in the other world.
Absolutely.
Now, the reason I pray that no one else on here can understand what I'm talking about is because if you can't understand it, it means you've had half your heart die and cross over. And he is saying that, who has a tattoo? Someone has a tattoo.
Several. His sister, his niece, and 3 of his best friends.
Okay. He was acknowledging the tattoo. So when they talk about things that I don't know about, it's a sign that they see what's going on. Also more proof of who he is. And his acknowledgement of you walking half on this planet and half on the other side, he is acknowledging that you are doing a good job. Angel, I know you don't feel that way, but DJ's acknowledging you're doing a good job of crossing both those worlds because you do. I mean, I'm not saying that you have a death wish, but you really didn't want to go on. But you do want to go on because you have people here on this planet who love you. But you don't want to go on because you really want to be with your son. But you do want to go on because you have people on this planet who love you.
That's exactly it.
Yes. And it's an acknowledgement. I know that you do not want him to do what I'm about to tell you, but he says he wants to do it anyway, and he's apologizing for putting you in that predicament. He is saying that he never understood the level of hurt that was going to come with his passing. Also, he is taking responsibility for his own passing, but it happened in a split second. It's not like it was something that was planned out for months and months and months.
No.
Yeah, it was something that just happened in a split second. And he's like,
he took some medicine that some drugs that somebody brought him after we went to bed.
Okay. So for everyone watching, I want y'all to listen to me. I promise you that you are never smarter than the drugs. You are never, ever, ever smarter than the drugs. And even if you think you can trust where those drugs are coming from, you can't. Promise me that you will not do that. I have brought through so many people that thought they were smarter than the drugs. They could trust their drug dealer. And that in itself is what? You can't trust a drug dealer.
No.
Even if you think it's your best friend who says, I know where this came from. I trust that person. They're giving it to you. They're not giving it to you thinking you were going to be hurt. But I can't tell you how many people I've brought through that were hurt anyway. Please understand you're not smarter than the drugs. No one is. So as I'm saying that, DJ is stepping up and he's standing with his arms like this, crossed over, and he's shaking his head like, yes, well said. He is also telling someone's name's a kid after him.
You're on it today. My niece that lives in Kansas just had her 5th child, and his name is Daniel James. So they have their own little DJ.
Very good. So the fact that, of course, when spirits talk about things that I wouldn't know about, it's a sign that they're around. They're still a part of our lives, and they see what's going on. And he is going to be, that little baby has, the DJ on the other side is his own little guardian. So when that baby starts getting old enough to track with their eyes and they're tracking things that aren't there, or they start talking to things that aren't there, they're going to be talking to your DJ.
I love it.
It's funny because he was just saying, he was telling me something. I was like, DJ, now you know I don't allow that because he was like, tell her I love her, tell her I love her. Now, the reason I don't necessarily let spirit say that is because sometimes it feels too general that your spirit is going to step up and say, I love you. Of course, they're going to say that, but I do allow it in certain instances. And I was just about to say, he loves you, Mama. And she said, I love it. He does love you, Mama.
Thank you so much. To you and to DJ.
Of course, you have a good day.
You too. Thank you, Christy.
Of course. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. Oh, that was beautiful. Thank you for those butterflies. That was just beautiful. I want to thank everyone who is liking and sharing my live. I so appreciate you. I appreciate you being here. Okay, thank you, Grizz. Thank you, thank you. And it's funny, I was wondering as I said that word, I was like, can I say that? So Grizz just said, small suggestion. Now, Grizz, honey, you can say that. I know you're not doing it to be mean. Some people come on here and will say things to be mean. But I just start giving the message, and sometimes I don't always catch things that I shouldn't be saying because I'm just kind of channeling the spirit. So Grizz just said I should use substances instead of the D word, and he's probably right. But you know, there's certain words you can't say, or spirits will, TikTok will take you off. So thank you, Grizz, for letting me know that. Okay. And please, if I'm saying a word that you're like, oh, don't say that, TikTok's gonna like ban you. Oh my goodness! Look at poor Grizz. He's saying I've been banned a lot. I do political lives. Okay. Now let's move. Who is this? We had a couple of people step up. You're welcome. You're welcome, Angel. Okay. This next spirit, I'm hearing the name Josephine around them. Okay, so she feels Italian, but doesn't necessarily look Italian. Okay, I'm hearing the name Josephine around her, but I'm also hearing JoJo, like not necessarily Josephine. I'm hearing this JoJo. She feels like she has Italian. Joe 2019. We'll see if this is you, Miss Josephine. So she said her name is Josephine, and so is her grandma. So let me explain this, or describe the spirit a little bit, and we'll see where we are. She is showing me that she liked nice things, and we all like nice things, but no. Like I have some people who like have to buy these really expensive purses, or have to have the new cars. Yeah, no, my favorite car is the one that's paid off, the one that's sitting in my garage that's like almost 10 years old. And yeah, no. So yeah, we all like nice things, but like me, I don't know. But Josephine here is showing me she liked nice things. She always looked like $1,000,000. Her hair was done, her makeup done. She was also very generous. She was showing me being very generous. Now, that was like the surface. And when I read, this is what I'm getting on the surface. So as I'm delving into like further into her, I was feeling this like sadness, but you couldn't see it on the outside because let me tell you, this lady looks like $1,000,000. She's happy. She's smiling. But as I delved in, I felt this kind of sadness. I relate to this lady and the nice things. Yeah, I want nice things too, but I'm poor. So this lady is showing me that she had a husband that didn't really respect her in the way that she wanted to be respected. And I'm not talking about like bowing down to her every wish, but she just felt like she wasn't loved. And he kind of, what I'm hearing is used her. Okay, so now you're abundant. I am abundant. I am so freaking abundant. Maybe not, they were in a fight. Okay, so it sounds like we are with Joe. Melanie says, you're abundant with a heart. I am, in that regards, I am very abundant. Yeah, I have no complaints. Okay, so it looks like...
You got Destin.
Oh, wait a minute. It looks like we have some other, maybe my great aunt. My grandmother is Josephine and she's Italian. Did she have children? Let me see. My mom is named after her. You're described my mother-in-law. My father's name was Joseph. Okay, so we have a lot of people claiming this lady. This is the way mediumship is supposed to work, right? I've given some pretty specific things, I do have to say, with a name and all kinds of stuff, but still, we are having her being claimed by multiple people. When that happens, I'll lean into the spirit and I tell them to give me something definitive. Okay, so I'm going to recap and then I'm going to give this extra definitive information. Then I want y'all to reclaim her if she matches. So we have this Josephine name. She's Italian. She's showing me that she liked nice things. She always looked like $1,000,000. Her hair just so, always smiling. So from the outside looking in, she had just everything, right? Brilliant lady, beautiful smile. But when I tapped into her, I could feel the sadness. I said, well, where's the sadness coming from? It came from her husband. He didn't really respect her. I'm feeling like he stepped out on her with other women. I'm not sure if that's something you would know, but that's where that sadness comes from. That's where that respect comes from. He kind of used her. This lady was a powerhouse when it comes to the ability to manifest money, is what I'm hearing. And she also, when she passed, I'm seeing gave money to several people, not just her children. I'm seeing that like some jewelry and different things went out, nice things. All right, so now who does this lady fix it? Okay. Looks like the only person that is still claiming her is Joe 2019. Money to many. All right, looks like we're with Joe 2019. Okay, Joe 2019, I want you to request to go live with me because it's not letting me request you. So down at the bottom is a pink and blue person. I want you to request to go live. You hit it and request me. Oh, very good. Looks like you're popped up. There we go. You did a good job.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good to know. What is your name?
My name is Josephine. I go by Josie.
Josie. All right, Miss Josie. So now I wasn't giving you a hard time, but there was a lot of people claiming her, so I just wanted to make sure we got some extra information, so we made sure we were with the right person.
Yeah, that's okay. That makes sense.
Yeah. Now she is showing me. I didn't see all of your confirmations because it was flying. Now she was talking about her husband not treating her right and not feeling like she was respected. Did you know that about her?
Yes, I was 8 years old, but when she passed, they were in the middle of a separation, always
Okay.
fighting.
And I don't know if you knew this. Now, the reason I'm asking you is because this is her grandmother, and sometimes we don't know these things about our grandparents' relationships, right? So Grizz, I think I just meant let me answer Grizz's question. I think you said that she didn't have enough followers. She didn't for me to request her, but I have learned that if they request you, then they can go live. So that's why I told her to request me. Okay. Did you know that he had an affair on her?
No, I didn't, but it's definitely possible. And this energy, this person that I'm thinking is my mom. So I'm not sure. My grandmother's name was also Josephine, but the person that comes to mind is my mom.
Okay, very good. So let's see. I said, show me which one you are. Who passed down the jewelry? Who gave?
That was my mom.
Okay, very good. So I just went to her and I just, for everyone watching, I said, okay, are you the mom or the grandmother? And she gave me jewelry. I was like, okay, who gave her the jewelry?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Now, clearly you're a mommy. I hear the babies in the background.
Yes, I'm so sorry.
No, your mom was addressing, your mommy was addressing the babies. And so that's what I was saying when you're mommy, I hear the babies.
Yeah.
She is, was it last? Okay, your mom's kind of teasing you a little bit, Josie.
Yeah.
This is any mom on here has had this moment, and she says that last week you were literally felt like you were about to lose your SHIT.
It's true. Yes.
And she's still laughing about it. But she's talking about how well you handled it. Like you just kind of gave yourself a time out. And she is so impressed that you are self aware enough to be able to remove yourself from the situation. And I see your mom is showing me you were even laughing at yourself, like, oh my goodness, I'm being ridiculous. Why am I fighting with a 3-year-old?
Yes.
Yeah. So when spirits talk about things that, I don't know. I clearly wasn't there for it as a sign they are around you. And she just is so proud of you for the mom you've become, the person you've become, and the healing you've done. You've done a ton of healing.
Oh.
She's also letting me know that she would, it's like, oh, you've recently, something has happened recently that made you think again, I wish my mom was here.
Yeah, just parenting in general, a lot of things. I really wish she was here.
Because you feel alone. You know that your mom would help you, and there's really
Yes, I say that all the time. Like when things happen with my kids, I don't have anyone to really reach out to for advice, or I kind of have to figure out everything by myself.
So yesterday, this is what your mom is showing me. How I kind of knew that is because yesterday one of my kids FaceTimed me, and I was in an appointment. So I always, of course, call them back right in between appointments. And so I'm FaceTiming one of my kids, and they're like blah 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 blah. And then she said, "Okay, I just had to get that out." All right, good.
I love it.
And so your mom is showing me that you missed that because she was the one person you could call and say anything to, and they weren't going to judge you. They were going to completely understand where you were coming from, instead of saying, "Well, you shouldn't think that. You shouldn't do that." Like
Yes, it's true.
your mom is also saying that she's around you all the time. She's what I call a haunting spirit. She, when I say a haunting spirit, it's not a good thing, people. She just brings out everything she can to show you she's around. She lights flicker. She says recently, okay, did you wake up in the middle of the night and feel like there was something on your foot, like you were moving your foot? Like, what is this on my foot?
Yes,
That was your mom messing
that
with
was
you.
my mom. That's funny.
Yes. And she's also telling, do you have an older car?
No, well, yeah, I wouldn't say it's like super old. It's paid off. It's a little bit older.
Yeah, me too. Preach it, sister. I love them paid off cars.
Me too.
She was just saying, be careful, get that tune up done. And so I was like, oh, does your car need some maintenance that you haven't done yet? She's telling me to tell you to get that maintenance done.
Okay, that's good to know. All the engine lights and stuff are on. So,
Oh, okay. So for everyone watching, yes, that's a good indication. Miss
Yes.
Josie, go get that taken care of.
yes.
Okay, so what she is showing me is, so now when you go to get this taken care of, it's probably going to be a shock of the kind of how much money it is, but she is saying that it's worth it to get it fixed because once you get this one problem fixed, it's going to last you a while. And I know that's always an issue, like when you start having problems with your car, you're like, okay, am I going to be dumping money into this sucker? Is it time to get rid of it?
Yeah.
And she's saying no, to fix it, and it will last you.
Okay, that's good to know.
All right, thank you, Miss Josie.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Of course. All right. So I'm going to thank everyone for. Oh, I'm writing for yourself. Wow. That's such a specific thing and such a mom thing, right? Right? Such a specific mom thing. Get that car fixed, get the maintenance done. And she's like, yeah, all the lights are going off. I was like, oh, okay, good. I want to thank everyone who has been joining me today. I want to remind y'all that coming up on April 1st, I have intermediate to advanced mediumship coming up. We really delve deep into how you maintain the connection, how you get specific information. We talk about things like psychometry. It's a lot of fun. We've laid the foundation and intro. So if you have taken the intro class to me, please feel free to, of course, register for the intermediate to advanced, or even if you've gotten those foundational components from someone else or just from practicing, please feel free to register for the intermediate to advanced. Again, if anyone on here has purchased tickets to my show coming up Sunday, thank you. It has sold out, and I feel incredibly blessed for that. I do have another one coming up. It's not advertised yet. It'll be a local wine bar. We're going to do a wine tasting and reading spirits at the same time around April 26th. All right, I have to run. I'm going into some other appointments. And like I said before, if you've paid for me to be on your screen, let me tell you, come time, you want my face on there. I don't like to be late. All right, y'all have a good day. Stay safe. If you're in the Midwest, we're having a storm, so y'all stay safe. Bye.